Well, the Islamic State group has released a shocking new execution video. It shows a 4-year-old British boy detonating a bomb that blows up 4 alleged spies. This is the second time the young boy who was taken to Syria by his mother has appeared in one of these IS propaganda videos. And to try and understand a bit more about this, I'm joined by our expert in terrorist movement, Wasim Nasr. Wasim, who is this boy and why would the Islamic State group want to use children in such a horrific way?
This boy is a son of a British jihadi that joined the Islamic State a few years ago and who was killed by a drone attack. And so the alleged spies that were detonated by this boy, if I may say so, were the ones who gave the information in order to make it happen, in order to make it possible for a drone strike that killed his father. So this is what is said in the video, that he's avenging the death of his father. We see him and we see another British jihadi with him speaking and saying those words. So here we see him. We see he's very, very young. He's like 4 or 5 years old. And here we see other children in jihadi ranks. So you asked me why. Because it's part of their propaganda. This is their way to say that they are forming the new generation, that even if they are killed, their children will pursue this fight. And it's a way for them also to say that they are building a fighting society in this state that they are wishing to implement either in Syria, Iraq, or in other places. So these are training camps. They have training camps for children. They have schools for children. They have a whole curriculum for children to be formed in order to be jihadis. We shouldn't think that children are sent to the fronts. No, they are not sent to the fronts. They are put in some propaganda videos executing people. This is not the first video that was broadcasted yesterday. We have many videos, many violent videos where we see children committing those acts.
Now, just to be clear, that is a propaganda video from the Islamic State group.
Yes.
Wasim, in a related story, there is a big debate on now in Australia and in many Western countries. This is concerning 5 orphan children whose parents were Australian. The debate is over, given their parentage, should they come back to Australia, and would that pose a threat to national security? Tell us about that.
Exactly. It's a defiance for all Western countries and all countries in the world, because we know that there's more than 100 nationalities in the ranks of the Islamic State. So children are being born there. Children are being taken there with their parents. Children are being seen, as we said on propaganda videos, committing executions or witnessing some of the executions. So it's a big problem. There's a big debate today in Australia that what do we do with those children? Because grandparents, it's the grandparents who want to take back those children, to bring them back to Australia. How this would be possible in one hand, and on the other hand, the opposition in Australia is saying what would be able to do with those children, despite the fact that they are Australian and that the Australian government is committed to providing them with everything they need, because we shouldn't forget that they are children. And this problem is going to be the problem of each and every country in the West: France, the United States, Germany, the UK. And it poses another problem also, because we know that Western countries are involved in strikes there. So Western strikes are killing Western citizens, which was the case when David Cameron said it in front of his parliament, saying, I ordered the killing of 2 Westerners. Did those 2 Westerners have children? What to become with their children, with their families back home? And we have many other problems, like the fact of declaring them dead. Because I'm in contact with many French families that have some of their members who died there, and they cannot even declare them dead here, which was many administrative problems for them. And I followed a family which left the Islamic State a while ago, and there was a newborn 3 weeks old who left the Islamic State who didn't have any French papers. And this is an example of hundreds of examples of another dimension of this phenomena that should be taken in consideration with the principles of Western democracies, so which is a real defiance for them.